Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's reality report. Today, a topic that's close to many IT professionals' hearts: why your IT teams might be frustrated with your current EAM vendor, cloud migrations, and price hikes. EAM systems have become the cornerstone of industrial operations. A recent survey of large organizations in France, Germany, and the UK, for example, showed that 4 out of 5 have implemented them. In the vast majority of cases, they're cloud based, and that's a long standing trend. Now, if you followed the headlines, you know that in 2024, many large vendors increased their cloud prices, sometimes significantly. To talk us through what this means for IT teams, I'm here with Aneel. Welcome, Aneel.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's jump right in. So, recent data suggests that cost overruns and forced migrations are a big pain point for IT teams. What's going on there?
You're absolutely right. Since the pandemic, there's been a significant push towards cloud adoption. This shift has brought many benefits, of course. Historically, industrial organizations have struggled to maintain on premise setups and keep their applications up to date. Moving to the cloud, however, has offered them greater flexibility, improved scalability, and access to the latest features. And that's all done without the burden of cumbersome incremental manual updates. And what we have seen is that the pandemic, along with the shift to remote work, acted as a major accelerator for this transition. However, two emerging trends have disrupted this otherwise positive narrative. Firstly, several large vendors have recently imposed steep price hikes on cloud hosting. And sometimes these has been as high as 25 or as much as 30% year on year. And in the meantime, they've also mandated cloud migrations, leaving IT teams with little choice. You either move to the cloud or lose access to critical updates and pay extra for support. Now, this has left many IT teams feeling trapped in expensive contracts with little or no room to negotiate. These challenges often create friction between operations who rely on their EAM system to function efficiently and see clear benefits, and IT teams whose budgets and resources are increasingly strained.
We hear a lot that IT teams are overstretched. How do you see those EAM vendors playing into that?
Absolutely. Now, not all EAM platforms are created equal. Some systems require extensive configuration and integration, and often that means that implementations can drag on for months and sometimes even years. You know, it's like trying to build a spaceship when all you need is a reliable car. Unfortunately, it is the IT teams who are often left to figure out complex setups without adequate support. And what we're seeing is in surveys, they show that 75% of IT professionals face increased workloads, with integration and configuration between applications being a particular pain point. Another common issue we hear is people switching to Hexagon EAM have long struggled with the rigidity of their previous vendor specific systems. Now, for example, vendors mandating the use of services for hard coding, restricting data exports, or requiring their own additional software instead of third party solutions. Now, this not only increases the total cost of ownership through hidden fees and mandatory upgrades, but it also leads to inefficiencies. And that's where solutions like Hexagon EAM absolutely stand out. We've literally seen some of our clients deploy within months, and this owes much to two things. Firstly, the fact that the software has industry specific additions that cover a large chunk of common use cases. And secondly, the ease of technical deployments, including configuration and integrations.
So let's say you're meeting with a COO who tells you that these factors that you mentioned are straining their relationship with their IT teams and they're considering a change. What would you advise them to do?
Now, that's a great question. And it's a situation I encounter quite often. Now, the first piece of advice I'd give is take a step back and evaluate what is causing the strain. Is it cost overruns from unexpected price hikes, lengthy implementation and integration times, or maybe the rigidity of your current system is making it harder for your IT team to adapt. Pinpointing the root causes is absolutely essential before moving forward. Once that's clear, I'd recommend taking a hard look at your current solution and its functional capability and compare it with that of Hexagon EAM, for example. Now, take a look at the core features: planning and scheduling, work management, asset management, procurement, inventory, condition-based maintenance. What depth of functionality do they provide? Now, very often when you see the marketing hype, you realize that Hexagon EAM offers better coverage. And that's something that several analysts have already pointed out. And I would say don't overestimate the challenges of switching. Don't stay in a bad situation just because you think it's the best thing to have one big vendor for everything. Finally, focus on choosing a system that integrates seamlessly with your existing tools and gives your IT team control. Solutions with strong data integration capabilities like DataBridge Pro help maintain smooth workflows and reduce disruptions. It shows your IT team that the platform is a long-term partner, not a long-term headache.
Thank you, Aneel. That brings us to the end of our reality report. Is your IT team struggling? Are you faced with raising cloud prices? Tell us in the comments. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you for our next episode.